Today we have the Smsl M8 Dac, or digital to analog converter. It has the Exmos Sabre 9018 chipset like the Aoun X1S and the Gustard X12. One of the major features of the Exmos Sabre chipset is not only that it supports a sample rate up to 384 kilohertz at 32 bits per sample with PCM, but it also supports DSD 128, so I guess you'll be able to enjoy any music you have on Super Audio CD or something. I don't know. I haven't really seen too much stuff available on DSD. But anyway, now let's take a look at the actual deck itself. So here on the front, you'll see that we have a power button here. Just simply press it to turn the DAC on and press it to turn it off. In the center, we have an LCD text display that'll show you the current input, sample rate, and filtering mode. And then, speaking of the filtering mode, on the right, we have our input selector and the button to change between filters. So you press it to change input, and then you press and hold to change the filter. Um, I really wish SMSL would have put the input selector with the power button, because the power button is the button you're going to be using the least. And I found myself, whilst testing this unit, using the changing between filters frequently, and it was really annoying to have to press and hold this button to change between the filters. So anyway, on the back, we have our digital inputs right here. So we have so starting from the left, we have our female USB Type B input, which you'll need to use to take advantage of DSD support. And then we have our optical toslink input, and then coaxial digital. And then for our analog outputs, we have two standard, or we have the standard RCA left and right output, which actually output the full 2 volts, unlike the shit Modi. And then we just have our standard DC 9-volt DC power input. So yeah, that's it for the actual physical parts of the DAC. Now, as for my actual experience with this DAC, I have to say I was actually quite impressed with the sound quality and the accuracy of this DAC. It's pretty well regarded as a reference grade DAC, and I can see why. However, normally these units go around for or are available for around 250 US dollars. I was lucky enough to pick this unit up off Massdrop for about the same price as the shit Modi Uber, so about 150 US dollars. So if I were to compare this to the shit Modi Uber, I would have to say that they're similar in a lot of ways, but for starters, I can hardly tell the difference between in sound quality between this and the shit Modi Uber. Um, there are a few differences between the two, like how this offers a higher sample rates and bit depth compared to the Modi, and it also offers DSD support. So if those things are important to you, or if you're interested in those things, I would definitely encourage you to get this the M8 over the Modi. Um, there are a few things that I don't like about the M8 that the Modi has kind of over it. Whereas, like the fact that all ship products are made in the U.S., whereas all SMSL products are made in China. SMSL is based out of China. Um, and then there's drivers. So the Modi will work with pretty much anything the moment you plug it in. Whereas the M8 does require a driver for Windows, but it works plug and play with Mac, Linux, and Android. So yeah, it's a good deck overall, and I would definitely recommend it if you're interested in an entry to mid-range DAC. But I would say if you're not interested in DSD and can't find a good deal on this DAC, you should definitely consider the shit Modi 2 Uber. So yeah, that's it. This has been the review of the SMSL M8. Thanks, and don't forget to like and comment.